What's up, Scrappy peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and we're nearing the end of the Inkie June marathon. Today we are working on this Project Life page, and I wanted to focus on using scraps of paper because I think that it's really hard to find printed physical journaling cards. And I think that we have some sneaky paper pads lying around our stashes, do we? I do. I definitely do. So I think next month I might focus on picking a couple of paper pads and just snipping those bad boys all up and pre-cutting them to 4x6 size. So that way, 4x6 is the size that I'm really lacking at the moment. It's really hard to find printed 4x6 journaling cards. I would love to know where do you get yours from? I would like to get some. I've gotten the Ellie Edwards ones before, but the shipping's just so expensive to Australia, which is frustrating when you go through as many cards as I do. Like, I need quite a few. But if you subscribe to a kit club that has journaling cards or anything, please let me know. I do have some printables in my Inkie release every month, which I do use. But I don't want to fill my whole album with my own printables because I feel a bit, not show-offy, but I feel weird doing that. I should though. I should use them more, but I feel weird doing page after page with the same journaling cards. But for this one, this was a nice little leg horsey ride that Aaron struggled through because our rodeo riders are not gentle horse riders. You know, when a child rides a horsey, usually it's just sweet and nice. Ours are reckless, like they're riding a bucking bronco. And so it's quite an act of strength. I stuck down a couple of, that heart was from one of my printables I stuck on, printed on sticker paper. And then those little bunnies are so cute. I've had them for years and years. A beautiful subscriber sent me some, and I have been hoarding the last few, and I've decided it is time for them to be used because I want to go through some of those sticker sheets that only have, less than half used on them. Like this one here, I'm really trying to work through it. And so that I can get them all done because it's hard to use a complete sticker sheet. It really is. And sometimes they hang around for a bit too long. So these photos were of my beautiful bestie and I before she popped her baby. And I think this might have been our last breakfast, our last meal before he was born. And so the three of us went out for brekkie, and there was a mirror behind her. So we took some silly selfies because that's how we roll. I'm very grateful to have friends in my life who enjoy taking photos as much as I do, so that's always handy. I put this little puffy sticker of jam because we were having breakfast, and I just thought, when else am I going to use jam? I didn't eat jam, but I feel like jam is a very breakfasty thing. Ooh, exciting day. So this day was our first time at Costco. So where we live, I live on the Central Coast, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending from Sydney. And there is a Costco out in Western Sydney, I think. Is it Western Sydney? It's somewhere. It's 2 hours from my house. And we've never been there because it's 2 hours from our house. But they just opened a new one north of us. And it's only an hour away. And so I feel like an hour is more doable rather than a 4-hour round trip and dealing with the Sydney chaotic traffic. And so Aaron and I headed up there for the very first time because I love watching, my guilty pleasure is watching American grocery haul videos. Yep, that's it. If you are into that, please tell me who you watch. But I am an absolute sucker for watching grocery hauls. I love them. And shop with me's in Costco. I just find them so fascinating, what people buy and the different foods that they have available. over there. And so it felt really fun to go to Costco for the first time myself. This teddy bear was giant, and so of course I had to document the ridiculousness of the size of it. I'm trying to use up this sticker book as well. It's been hanging around for a while, and I think it's travel themed. Yeah, it is. And I was not traveling at this time, so this was, we just had come out of a lockdown, and so masks were everywhere and we weren't really going too far from home. This was probably the furthest that we'd been for a while. And so I just need to use up as much of the non-travel-y things in that sticker book as I possibly can. So I've got my tiny hearts and stars here. I've added some multicoloured ones from the mixed media embellishments that we made the other week. And they've been really fun to use, but I do need to cut out some more gold ones very soon. Fighting with my tape as per the usual. Is it a video if I don't fight with adhesive? This was our receipt. Yeah, she was quite a long docket. We went a little bit over budget, just a little bit. And when we walked out of the shop, they check your receipt on the way out. And so the person said, wow, that's the longest one I've seen for a very long time. And so it wasn't my aim to have that accolade for the day, but it did happen. Yeah, we did buy a lot of things that day. And so I took a picture with it, of course, and then I was really glad that I finally had a use for these little clear stickers in that sticker book that had a little purse and some coins and a $1 note, money? Yes, note. And so I popped that there. I am trying to also use a few sets of alphas up, just ones that are perhaps the adhesive is fading a little bit, so I'm trying to get them onto projects. And the letters, I feel like if I set my sights on a particular few sets of alphas and try to use up as much as I can, it leads to less, I call them difficult alphas. You know, the sets of alphabets that have lost, or not lost, but have used up all the vowels. And there's not really much else you can do unless you start Frankensteining the letters. Well, they're my difficult alphas, and I'm trying to use the same 5 or so sets of alphas for a little while, to use up as much as I possibly can to stop them from becoming those difficult alphas that just sit in my stash of thickers and don't get used at all. Trying. Back with this camera paper, we used it the other week, and it still really irks me that pink camera is upside down. Why? There is no need for it to be upside down. And so I wanted to cover it, but I couldn't. It looked a bit strange. So I just put the little tag there. But this was just a photo that I took of the kids' baby monitors, and I covered up the bottom of the pink camera there, or should I say the top of the pink camera, with a sticker so that it doesn't look so upside downsy. But this was a screenshot that I took one night of the kids' baby cameras when Aaron went in there to feed Violet one night. And he is outstanding. He is our night wizard and does all of the kids' wake-ups during the night. I'm very thankful for him, because it's really hard for me to get back to sleep. I have a lot of sleep issues and things going on with sleep. And so he saves me not being awake for another few hours after waking up to the kids. But I did wake that time. And I'm glad I took that screenshot, because now, they share a room now, and they've shared a room for, how long have they shared a room for? At least a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe. And they absolutely love sharing a room. So and Violet doesn't wake for a bottle anymore. And so, it's those fleeting little moments that we think are nothing, that are nice to capture in your Project Life album. The frivolous little everyday routine things that seem like they're never going to end at the time, but they do end at some time. So thanks for watching today, peeps. I will be back. There's only a couple of days left to go. If you have, I'm going to do a question and answer type video. So if you have any questions, crafty questions, please let me know in the comments that I can answer, and I will see you tomorrow. And yes, I'm wearing my pajamas. I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.